Yeah. But now it's so easy to get the jeans you want. And I discovered a Canadian company called Doer, and it's kind of like they're like sweatpants that look like jeans. Like, oh, are they?
Yeah, they're from Uniqlo, I think. I don't know. Someone gave them to me because it didn't fit them, but they didn't.
Yeah, I love them.
Are these sweatpants?
You get sweatpants, yeah. They got the drawstring and everything.
What the heck? It looks like jeans. That's cool.
That's very cool.
I have a pair of Levi's. Looks like
Levi's.
that.
They're hard.
Yeah.
All right. So we are live to YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. All right. So we're live to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We are all set up for our auction. Rich is working on getting the nice cameras out. I am going to start talking to you
We're gonna beg you to share the link.
about how lovely it would be if we hit share. So
What's
that's what
that?
I'm doing right now. I'm on Facebook. There it is. It should pop up.
Be the
And
difference.
auction 596.
596. Oh no. It ain't no fine.
Perfect. Auction.
What jar? Okay. Well, that's okay. Second of all, now I can hear whether people can hear us. Third of all, I'm gonna throw an invite out. What do we got there? No sound.
It's a good thing you checked on that.
That sounded like a question.
Hello. Oh, there's 5 people with us with no sound. That's a good sign. Imagine now that we got sound. Watch this magic. You ready for this magic? It would suck if my expensive camera wasn't as good as my. That's weird. Da-da-da. There we go.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh my God, you're beautiful.
Okay. All right. We're going to start now. Thank you, Rich, for setting up the tech. It is auction 596.
What?
We have done this 596 times.
590 times more than I meant to do. That's amazing.
And yeah, it's up there. We are going to auction off the work. If you have work here and you're finishing it up, feel free to bring it up anytime. Artists set their own minimum bid.
Oh, I'll bring it up.
We half the money goes to the artist and half the money goes just to pay rent every month. So we got November and December to go still. So we're gonna try our best to keep this place rolling until our final rumble on December 18th. And then our
5 people with us, and now we have 4 people with us.
oh man. Okay, I'll try to be more. I'll raise my eyebrows. More energy. Okay, so here, this is our plan here, and I think there are people coming down to.
Alvin, you shared. You're my favorite. You're also my favorite.
I shared it too. All right, so
You know what though? He's got a chipmunk on his profile and way easier to spot.
okay,
Maybe that's what we're missing here.
chipmunks. We're missing.
Actually, I
Rich.
see everybody shared. I love you guys so much.
All right. So to start, I'm going to show you how this goes.
Unless that's creepy, and then I take it back.
Okay.
Okay.
I am not good with this.
Oh wait, no, I'm going to do this one. So- While we're getting settled and people are getting started, and we're starting the auction, I will show you the first piece. And it is a piece that Rich painted this week, I think, or last week. I really love it, and it's like very, lots of feelings, very cosmic, very kind.
Oh, I
Hello,
think I did
have you
something
been in
wrong.
before?
No.
Welcome. We're starting an art auction. Would you like to sit in a chair?
Really? Yeah.
You just walked right in. I love it. That's
Yeah,
good.
was I supposed to?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfect. No,
We've been
I'm always
waiting for you
shocked
to get here.
because people sometimes will be like not come in for years, and then they'll come in and be like, I looked at this door for years. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, I know when it used to be like social
like,
skateboards.
oh, cool. Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah,
When
that's
we,
awesome.
When we moved in, there had been a record store or a CD
Classics
store
Plus.
Oh, okay.
in between. The skate shop.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. I didn't know it was in the middle.
there was a door here that we took down. We found a couple like
Like-
Treasure?
Like, I'm doing a charade. Rails.
Oh yeah, skateboard rails.
Yeah.
There you go. That's treasure.
Yeah,
It
and
is
so we
true.
gave them to a like a skateboard club. Like there's a skateboard club at the school I taught at, and there's like we just gave them. So
That's awesome.
Heffernan
I,
kept
honestly,
them.
I heard about you guys. And I brought some art.
Did you bring some art tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Very cool. So, yeah.
Can I show it to you maybe?
Of course, yeah. So
Cool.
everybody's welcome, and so you,
Did you text us earlier? And say
No.
you're coming? You just dropped in.
I just like was walking. I was honestly gonna go sit outside liquor depot and sell some shit. Or try to
Yeah.
there. I'm glad you stopped in.
do some art. But
What's your name?
Justin.
Justin. I'm Jessica, and that's Rich.
Yeah.
And so, artist here, Rich. Do you want to go look, and then I'll keep going with the auction. You
Yeah,
set
bring them up. They look great.
you
Yeah.
set your minimum bid.
I don't care. Whoops.
That's okay.
Those two.
We'll kind of go
Those
through.
are kind of like. This one's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
It's like shadow people and things running around in the background.
That's what I painted.
And the rest of them aren't done.
Let's start with these then.
You
Beautiful.
can wait. I don't care.
So half the money goes to you, half the money goes
Yeah,
to
that's
here.
fine.
So if we
I got
like,
$0, so any
Oh.
dollars.
what a great attitude. This is good because this is how we're all doing it. We're starting out just perfect. Okay. Oh my gosh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, just bring them up.
Of course. What's your name? Sage. Very nice to meet you. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Thank you. Okay. So same thing. Think of what you'd like to do as your minimum bid.
Honestly, you guys should take on
The bigger one, like at least
Okay.
like $40, because
Big one, $40.
yeah,
Okay.
and then the rest, like
And then
whatever.
so to keep the gallery open, the gallery keeps having.
Yeah, yeah.
Jess and I work here for free. We're not.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, I don't know that, but like I assume that because it's like really community based. And
Yeah.
shit.
We've never
Okay.
taken a grant. Never had any.
Oh, really? That's good.
Oh goodness. I'll start this and then we can kind of get the flow for it. So this is by Rich Teru. I really love the
Saturn.
stance of this. It could be looking melancholy, but it also could be like daydreaming or like kind of in your own space. And then the spaces everywhere. Opening bid,
Homecoming. $5.
$5. So opening bid, $5, and it's watercolor on a beautiful canvas paper. Canvas paper. Is that a weird thing
I'm
to
at
say?
65%, so it should be okay.
So
If people at home want to bid, you call it, text in at 403-629-7424. That would be, this is really hard, 403 629 7424.
that's amazing.
No, it's like
No, it's hard, I know.
Yeah, it's backwards, right?
So opening bid is $5. Text 403-629-7424. Or
Are you
just
guys
bid out loud
leaving?
here?
Good night, we love
We
you.
love you.
9 left.
we
Ooh, like a cat.
what we do is we always just kind of open up the bids, and then as people log in.
$10 on the first piece, sincerely, Scott Corp. Woo!
Oh, thank you, Scott,
Which was that?
for your piece.
Oh, isn't that nice?
So by Rich.
What was this about? There was some melancholy, but imagination and the way that, okay, I know people that are faithful, like they have a faith in their religion, and faith is what drives them. At my core, at the very beginning, is hope, right? If I lost faith, I could use my hope to bring back my faith. If I lost, so at the very core of my existence, my survival depends on my hope. If I keep hoping, I'm going to keep breathing and I'll keep going. And I know other people have different, what would it be, like a starting point?
Yeah,
But that,
different
I don't know where it went. This being, yeah, it was just about hope. And the you know what I like about hope?
Sounding good.
I really feel like it comes from your imagination.
Yeah, because if
And,
you can imagine a better
yeah.
life, then you have.
Yeah. And so, like, I teach, Jessica teaches, and I have this practice. Anybody comes in here, we try and remember to say, welcome home. What took you so long? And, you know, anybody gives me any shit, I'm like, well, we called it Rumble House, you know? That they give me shit twice. I'm like, nobody said it'd be easy. And oftentimes, I'll see a kid in distress or even a teacher in distress at school, and I keep magic in my pocket. And what I'll do is I'll be like, you look rough. And they're like, I'm feeling rough. I'm like, do you need some magic right now? And they'll say, usually, yeah. And then I'll reach into my pocket and grab a handful of the magic. And I'm like, how's your imagination? Is it still intact? And they're like, yeah. Because the magic won't activate unless your imagination is, it's not, you need the imagination as a catalyst. It's not imaginary magic, it's real, but it won't start without your imagination. And have them put their hand out and I'll just drop the dust.
Believe for it to be real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
And then I'll have them put it in their hair. And it's never failed me. I've never had to go, it didn't work. Well, you got no imagination. I've never had an experience where I gave somebody the magic they needed and
they
put it in
didn't
their
like
hair,
straighten up.
and they didn't be. And I think that but whatever powers your beliefs, for me it's hope. Some people it's faith. Cling to it.
I like that idea of hope being connected to
I also want to say
imagination.
about the creator thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you know how we create like AI in the likeliness of us?
Yeah.
Something created us in the likeliness of them.
It's a cycle, yeah, or like not a cycle, like yeah.
It's how
It's always
So,
evolving.
And you know, like
We're
people are
evolving.
terrified about AI, but I'm not sure what's the difference between AI taking over and our next generation being, you know, fleshy, meaty bones and stuff. So
It's all the same.
it's as long as something carries on.
it's dangerous though.
Yeah.
Like it's on the
Have I
same
met you
plane as
before?
us. You know what I mean? Like the same frequencies. But like,
Yeah.
it can destroy us technically, and it learns way faster
We
than
do
us.
destroy each other too.
Yeah, with this, humans are creators,
Yeah, and
destroyers, and learners.
Yeah. Well, we're teachers, and you always eat your teachers, so you know.
This is by Theo. He's one of our teachers. This one is from 2023, Butterfly Sky. So he used a stamp, and so he uses like really free flow stamp technique, and then his really beautiful tight hills at the bottom with the contrast. So the opening is $25 for this
How
lovely
did you make
piece.
that sound so alluring?
Probably go higher on the one, but whatever. I was just thinking like the one took me like 10 hours. That's all.
You know what I would do? Let's just share it.
Yeah,
Put
let's
it up
just
at
share
any
it and
price
see
you
what
want,
happens.
and if
That's
somebody
like,
takes a
I
bite,
like that way more than having like anything.
The bigger one? Hey.
Yeah. Oh, I don't care. I was just thinking about.
Oh, look, two-sided.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's share it and let somebody bid in, and we can tell
It
them
could
what-
go like multiple ways too.
This is, I love, okay, look at this. This is wonderful. You'll be finding good things forever. So this is by Justin, and it's your first time here, Justin?
Yeah.
Big round of applause for Justin! Yay! So you will be finding magic in all of these nooks and crannies if you buy this piece. So this one he worked on for a long time. We're talking about an opening bid. Would you say 50, Justin?
Sure.
Perfect.
Whatever like you think's
Let's,
best.
yeah, we'll go, and then people from
I'm just
home,
happy to share it and stuff.
totally. Text 403-629-7424 if you
That's
have any questions.
403-629-7424.
If you'd like to see any of the
403-629-7424.
All right.
Bart!
He just
Oh!
likes to do that.
She cried one night and everybody got everybody was laughing. I was funny. And I kept cutting her off with the number, and all of a sudden she threw something. She's like, "You did it!" And she took off, and everybody's like, "You're not cool, man."
It's like
Look at
quiet.
that.
Sage. Am I correct? Sage. Okay, wonderful. And you're wearing a sage sweater, so it's like that helped me remember.
Yeah, this would be my favorite color.
It's beautiful. So this is by Sage, and is it your first time selling here too? Big round of applause for Sage! Yay! So, this is so beautiful. Is it alcohol markers?
I
Mixture
don't
stuff?
know. I think they're from the dollar store.
They're really good. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece. So opening bid like $5.
Did Georgia
$5.
snowboard without saying goodbye?
Oh my gosh, Georgia, did you snowbird without saying goodbye? So this is by Sage, opening $5. Text 403-629-7424.
That's 403-629-7424.
I also love noses. That is a really good nose.
I'm filming myself. How'd that happen?
Hey,
Oh, because Siri caught me.
are people because
Are they?
they heard you.
It looks like somebody's typing.
Hey, perfect. Good. Okay. So we will keep showing pieces. Things will keep attempting to happen. Attempt to happen. These are beautiful.
$10 on the new piece.
Scott, is it the face or the painting?
Can I have your phone?
Yeah.
Can I have your tea?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What can I have?
Well, we're online, so.
Your attention. I did this to myself.
I'm just gonna see which one. Oh. So $10. Oh, that would make sense because the other opening bid was high. Write it down. Thank you, Scott. So $10 for Sage. And these are by Juana. There are 4 cards, watercolor and pencil crayon on beautiful watercolor paper, complete with envelopes. Oh, they're different. So opening is $20 for the set. Or $10 each if you wanted one. I really love the yellows in this one. It's so beautiful. All right. This is very cool. Brenda lives.
$20 on the piece. No, I don't bid. I just go.
No, I know. Yeah, it's like you're like, ah! Scott bid $20 on this set. Your face was like.
That was the first time we broke 200. Is the bidding on this one piece shot up so fast? We're kind of hovering around 170, 180. We're like top bids. A couple weeks into Rumble House, we had a photographer who was there. He's a really high bidder because he had the credit, and the bidding went like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Long pause. 100, 200. Oh. Because he should have said 110, but he got excited and said 2 instead of 1, and he just like I meant it.
That's so funny. Okay, this is by Brenda. Really beautiful metallic glass on the outside.
I might have forgotten Sugar Link. I might be a bad guy.
Green on the inside.
Isn't that funny?
Very beautiful. $40. $40 opening bid.
$40.
The kids were calling me on my slurring of my speech today. I was like, it's gonna get worse tomorrow, guys.
I can tell when you're tired when
Thursday's
you
my
say dollars.
tired. Yeah, Thursday's my tired day.
Is this the auction? Here we go. I'm not sure.
Okay, so this is opening $40 for this lovely cup / vase / sculpture to put in your window. And look, these would look beautiful together. Orange, and it looks like flames. And look at this beautiful purple gray on
Look
this
at
side.
it.
Orange and purple gray. Would you say that's a purple gray?
Orange. That
Yeah.
hyperbolic orange.
Wow. Look up
Bubonic purple.
forbidden colors. So very beautiful. Also opening at 40. Very beautiful by Brenda. Okay, good. We're good. We're doing good. Everything's fine. It's fine.
Hi. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about sharing the link.
This is by Scott Korik's brother.
Oh, he showed me.
Yeah, it's on aluminum. This is opening $20. It's whatever already on the backing to hang. Very beautiful photo. Very lovely. Thank you, Scott. And Scott's brother. Text 403.
Haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah, I hope you're doing good, Scott. He's online right now, so that's good.
The phone works nice, thank you.
Oh, Scott. Say thank you for the phone.
Ooh, here's a public announcement. Mark needs a phone. And we just gave one away.
We did?
Yeah, we did. If anybody knows of an extra phone, we have a friend that needs a phone in Mexico.
He lives in Mexico City and he says it's really
You have to
expensive to
trust
get.
us to send it. For all you know, I'm collecting phones to pay rent. But if anybody has a phone that's fairly new, he's in kind of trouble. And like, I guess where he is, it's kind of
Like very expensive for
Yeah,
tech down there. Yeah. All right. So, very textural, cool piece by Justin. What about these smaller ones, my dear? Do you think
Oh, I don't care.
Like-
That one's
like-
bird brains.
20?
Sure.
Oh,
I think it goes it goes both. I don't know. It
Oh,
goes
yeah, like this.
multiple ways. There's
Yeah.
birds and there's brain. I
I
already
love it.
see it.
Oh, I'm missing stuff. $20 on the set.
No, I got that already.
Oh, okay, then I'm not
There's the
missing
card
stuff.
set. You're good.
And also, he'll be
Okay.
back next week, and he's happy the phone suits him well.
Good. So this is Bird Brains
Is that sideways?
opening $20.
Is it?
Other ones-
Let me see. Oh, yeah. It's like a brain floating through space.
It is very
Yeah.
cool.
Here's something funny. This is an incredibly tactile painting,
the
and you're not
texture's
supposed to touch it, but I
so
can't
great.
stop myself.
Oh, that's awesome. I know it's texturized. They just touch you with acrylic pours,
This,
and then I
this
look
one
at
here,
where I
where you
get
go to the
creative.
art galleries, and I have to like
Physically move.
hug her from behind, holding her arms down because she just wants to touch the paintings. And it's funny because I find when I go near the paintings that the guards stiffen up and they're "Arr." And
Yeah.
like there have been a few times when I caught myself reaching towards it and I see them getting ready to tackle me. It just seems to get away with touching the paintings for
Oh
some
man,
reason.
you,
I don't know.
honestly, like, look at it. Just, art's been destroyed throughout history. It's gonna get destroyed.
Yes.
Let people touch it.
Just let people just be with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. So look, this one would go really nice with this one. There's a bird with bird brains. Both of them would go very nice. So $20 opening bid for either of these by Justin.
I watched a crow play tic-tac-toe the other day
What? Like on a video.
on video.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I like when they do the
But it's
puzzles
like-
to get the food.
Yeah, but it was playing tic-tac-toe and then it got food. When it won.
It had to win to get food.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That would also inspire
Let's
me to
just
win.
think twice about,
Bothering the crows.
And like those birds basically have, instead of a brain, like what are equivalent to like the brain stem.
It's
so
our
at the point
brains,
where it's
yeah.
like we're clinically dead, they're playing tic-tac-toe with the same mechanics.
Right.
Mind-boggling.
This is cool. By Patty. what Patty does is she reuses old, not old. She works at a retail store, and at the ends of the papers,
They were
They-
going up
instead
with
of-
8 people.
instead of throwing them out, she reuses them, puts them together in a beautiful sketchbook, and then you have a really cool sketchbook. And she also does like wraps it in tape so it's super durable. And then you have original art on the outside. It says, "Slow down. We gotta hurry. You're thinking too much." Beautiful artwork. Oh, it's just really lovely. She's just, everything she does is like so magical. So opening is $10 for this sketchbook.
$10.
Rich Teru, would you like to talk about Saturn?
Yes. And I don't know where to start. I have the most beautiful. Oh, did I just take an eyeball?
No.
Can you imagine an eyeball paper cut?
I've done that. I've done that before.
I have the most beautiful wife in the world. She's the air I breathe, the sun that shines on me. And she's got these tattoos from here that she had since before we met. And she had some tattoos here. And kind of like Memento, whenever we discover something, we stay up like hours. Like probably
Kind of like Memento. Always like talking.
4 times a year, we will spend 10 hours a day talking nonstop for a month. Or a week or two, and then like as our bodies are breaking down and our minds can't take in new information, we're like because we're both visual communicators, we're both poets, we're both published writers. I'm not bragging, we both have TED Talks. That's pretty exciting. But then with all those tools, we're like, holy crap, love's still really hard. And I love you so much, and you love me so much, and we're talking, and it's in my TED Talk. I say love, and I'm thinking about how much I love you. You might be thinking you go like penguins. And so like we say these words and they don't always have the same meaning. Sometimes there was something we were stuck on not long ago where she was saying this thing that sounded the worst possible thing because I was seeing a different image in my head.
From a different background.
Yeah, and I was so wounded, but I keep it aside because I'm not allowed to cry. And then so anyways, we figured out all this new level of connecting. And then she was in the kitchen, she bent down
To pick up something.
and she's got this gorgeous tattoo that goes all the way up here. And it's like this little spot back here that would connect them all together. and then depending on where her arm is, it all works
It's actually
perfectly.
really cool.
And it's kind of a narrative of
Our story.
our story. And so I don't know if I said it or you said it. Maybe I was listening.
You
but
were
Saturn
looking
is-
at the space, and I said
there's room for
Saturn.
Saturn on the back of your arm if you're into it. And so that's what
I
came
said
to-
Saturn.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so I actually didn't really have an image in my head of Saturn other than all the gruesome paintings of Saturn eating his son. And I thought, what if Saturn was just tender to his son? And so very lightly, it's not lost. There is a ring around his head, but I didn't want it to be silly to the people that didn't know what the painting was. But this is Saturn being tender to his son instead of eating his son. And I have 2 sons, and one of them, I love them both. One of them's a little bit taking a break from my ego, I think.
One of them's just older.
Yeah.
He's doing his job to break away, and
Yeah.
the other one's younger. I like this a lot because I feel like we talk a lot about these little boys need to be like protected and loved so much because they're often like there needs to be more men teachers.
Well,
there needs to be
yeah,
all of these
yeah.
different influences that like
Right.
protect the young boys.
And take it
and
for
love
granted,
them.
not a binary, but there is some baggage with machismo. It's a disease that we have to recover from.
That's
And,
really
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you a machismo story. I was at school one day, and one of the teachers I worked with, this one actually I discovered I was autistic actually around 15 years ago. One of the teachers was asking me a question.
Yeah.
But she was in a rush, and I was in the staff room, and she just wanted a one-word answer. And it was about color. So she's like, Rich, I need a question, and I need you to answer really quick, but I want any of your long bullshit answer. So just a short answer. I'm like, sure, I'm doing my best. And she's like, can I do this and this and this with this colors? I'm like, and she's like, just a one-word answer. I'm like, it's like, depends. She's like, no. And like, this was the teacher that should have taken care of neurodivergent students because she was the neurodivergent student leader kind of thing. She was always like, kind of cracking down on teachers not being open-minded towards the neurodivergent students.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I want to give you an answer. Like if I was in court as just a witness, there's no chance I'd be in jail. I mean, avoid jail. The judge would say, okay, only answer the question in a yes or no answer. I'm like, okay. Did you walk into the store November 29th? I went, whoa, there's lots of November 29th. I've seen like 50 of those babies. And they're like, yes or no. I'm like, I can't answer that, And so I would have a really hard time giving a yes or no answer if it wasn't a yes or no answer. And faced with having my head and my hands chopped off, I'd probably tell me what you want me to say. But okay, here's the story. And maybe I'm boring you, but I'm also stalling because I need some bids to come in. And I'll stop telling the story as soon as this phone rings. The teacher started really reaming me out for giving her more than a one-word answer. And part of my problem is I think in pictures. So every thought in my head is in the back of my head, and I have to pull it forward and push it into words through this tunnel. And I'm actually pretty quick at doing that, but still at the same time, it's like there's this space back here. And she was wanting me to give her a one-word answer, and she was getting really elevated. She was screaming at me. And I was also frustrated that she should be taking better care of the neurodivergent people. And so I thought to myself, I'm male. I'm not allowed to cry in public, but you can feel tears no matter how you've been conditioned. And I just thought, what if instead of holding back my tears, because that's what I'm trained to do, if I just let them out? And I just started weeping because she was yelling at me. There's nothing I could do about it. She's like so shocked. I was like, you have no idea how hard it is for me to get by as a teacher in this building. And she was mortified. And I was like, this could be a tool in my life. I'm kidding.
But to share your emotions is not tool.
It
It's
is. There is a
something we
different
should be able
conditioning.
to do.
Maybe Francois, people of our age, we were raised to not cry in public. It's why I coach wrestling. Actually, it's the first time the boys cried. It's the first time most of the girls have chucked another person around. So, currently in wrestling, there's just 2 categories, but that's okay. They'll grow. But it was at the end of that day, I went home and I thought there must be a name for this thing where I think in pictures. And I looked it up. I had every code, every diagnosis, and I was one tick off of being ODD because I didn't scream and have personal tantrums and pity. I was one tick off of dyslexia because I could read Shakespeare. And so each one of these things, and then I suddenly realized that at 30 I was autistic. I did weep a little bit because of the baggage that came with that, but once I got over that, I'm like, that's my superpowers. Francois, did you see what I made?
I just want to say that no one's our age anymore, Rich.
I know.
Here, show it. Talk about it.
Has that been put up yet?
Right now.
No, but I got to get my black light before I put that one on.
Okay. Here, we can.
You have a black light at home?
I do have one in the car.
Oh, I got one over here.
I'll show other pieces. So this is by Georgia, and it is called Rust Bucket. It is Conte on toned paper, and it is from a photo by Chasing Yesterday. Opening bid $20.
Yeah, it will be open. Okay. Also, Jess always sings a song at the end of the night, and
I don't know if I could do
she's
it.
going to do a bossa nova Who Made Who. It'll be like a more of a, not bossa nova, that's a joke. A ballad. Who Made Who is a ballad. Won't that be
I did not plan that.
Do you have a guitar here?
Do I have a guitar here?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Bring one next week.
Have you ever had music here?
Yeah, all the time. We just can't pay for it because we have no money. We like you to think it was your idea.
We have a guitar in the back.
Oh, we do? No.
Yeah.
We do. Yeah, we do.
This is by Brandon. It is 5 photos of birds that he took around the city. So they're all our birds. And then he collaged them and painted them. And it's very cute. I really see like PBS awesomeness in this piece. Like the nature minutes or whatever. Opening is $40 for this piece.
Yeah, those are weekly notes. Those are weekly notes. Okay. This is the
Oh.
Is that too dark?
No, it's good.
I'm just being a bad boy. Okay. So, I want to show you this one first.
Oh yeah, Saturn.
So, I wanted to paint Saturn eating his son, but I love my son, so I didn't want to do anything so gruesome. So I painted Saturn nurturing his son. And does it show in the black light? Did I get some of that going? Oh, yeah.
It looks really beautiful.
And actually, it's funny that my friend Enrique, who died last week and then came back to life, it was a social media prank, and we were all like traumatized. And then
Because he lives in Florida. Like
yeah.
you don't know. Like he lives far away.
he died. I
can't
cried about it.
check
I
on
waited like an hour because I didn't want to find out it was a prank, and told Jess. I think Enrique passed. I only told my son and my closest friend. One of my closest friends, Francois, you're the other one. And then an hour later, he posts this apology. And I'm like, I'm so frustrated right now, but happy. Okay, so there's that. Saturn eating his son.
No, lovely.
Saturn loving his son. And then let me just, I think I'd like a dramatic switch over. So let's do it this way. Hey Siri, can you turn a flashlight on? Papa, can you help me?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is we'll get a little light on this. Shine a little light on me. Yeah. And then so that's what it looks like. And then can I show you the black light? Because you should have a black light. Papa. And it's probably too dark to see. Would you whip down and turn the lights up for 1 second? Just warn the people when you get there. Oh, and you can see my epic glow in the dark Mickey, which needs a home. One more light, please.
Sorry, I will turn the lights. No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
turn the
I know.
lights off and then turn the back on. Okay.
No one gets out alive. Okay, that's not funny. All right, so there's my black light, but also glow in the dark.
Oh.
It's like multi-layered. So this, I have the lamp in front of the camera the whole time, but there's this, and also Mickey needs a home. So
$100.
for Mickey, or for that,
You're selling that tonight?
I'll give that away because the end of the world's coming, and I don't have a truck anymore. So yeah, $100 bid on AC/DC.
Yes.
Thank you.
That is so nice.
So
Thank you.
I love you, Francois, but I also have to point out I knew you were coming, and I knew you loved AC/DC, so I was totally like, I was giggling about it. It's like, Franz, I will not be able to avoid this, but you didn't know it was black light and glow in the dark, so that's a nice surprise, I think. Yeah. Do you have black light at home? No. Oh. Somebody donated this lamp to us, and after we used it for 10 years, I started reading on the back, and it's on the threshold of what won't kill you, but if it was any stronger, it'd be like we might have some concerns with our skin in the future.
Do you want me to go turn on the light? or-
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, this one? No, I'll do that, yeah.
All right. So
Unless
this one
anybody else had some black light.
is currently at
$100 going once. $100 going twice. $100 I bought it. I made it for Francois, and he's bidding on it. Don't bid against him. Do it 3 times.
Do you want more, Rich?
No. Thank
That's
you.
so sweet.
I think I owe you $150 actually.
Oh, I have to sign some books.
I have them here.
Okay.
Here,
Wanna
I'll
sign
grab.
them?
Are we
So
getting?
make it
Are you
150
sticking
and
Are you sticking
I
around
have
for
to buy some stuff tonight from you, and so that might have to wait a week, okay?
it? Oh,
So I'll give you
yeah, that's
150 for
fine.
that.
That's fine. Perfect. Oh, thank you.
Oh, here. That is fine.
Here, do you want to hold it then?
Here. Yeah, that's his. Okay.
I'm too scared to touch it. No, don't bring it. I'm too scared. I'm too scared.
You love it?
I'm too scared.
Okay.
Holy moly, man.
Sorry, I want to keep going here. He took my pen.
Do you want to sign any of those casts?
No.
Look what I did.
Focus. Okay. So, is there also, if anyone else is here and you have artwork to share, please let me know if you have more artwork to share. This one is also by Justin. Starting at 20.
So awesome. And then I wanted to try some little ones that have hot.
Really cool line work. Goes around the side. All these really cool birch panels.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. So I stepped on that half, but that's okay.
Don't step on it.
No, somebody did. I was like, I looked at somewhere.
Opening $20 for Justin's keys.
What do you use?
Do acrylic pours and then like acrylic pour and then I find little characters and use paint markers. You can look at one of the ones like
But
Yeah,
how
here.
come you-
Ayuko, would you like to see?
How come
there's
you
none that
put-
don't have like half paint on them. But it starts off just with like pouring the paint out of the cup.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I was in the kindergarten class today, and it's they made a spider web, and then it was so cool. The teacher made each kid a spider, like put their head on the spider, like photocopy, and then they colored them. I was like, this is the most punk thing I have seen ever. It was like the coolest. Like these little kindergartens made like red eyes, and like it was like so so cool.
Can I see the one below? The pink one.
Mix like I'll put
Yeah, that
like
was
a layer
called
of like color. And then I put dogs of like what the other colors are.
Okay, people at home, stay with us. Don't give up on us.
Pour it out of the cup and then let it dry. Like
Yeah, first thing.
call it acrylic pour. I don't know how to explain it.
All right. So there's a few pieces that get donated back when people move. Rich Terrors talk so loud. This is a beautiful fishy painted by Steven Strain, and opening is $20. So this one was already sold, and the artist was already paid for it. This is
I know
donated
it's
back,
thicker.
so we're starting at a
Yeah, that works.
lower bid. Artist is already paid. Opening is $20. And it's called Splash.
Opposing color.
This is very cute
I don't think I have.
from Sid.
Okay.
So
So this is what I get.
the low battery in the coffee. I just think this is really sweet, and I love the idea of like the organics and then the technology. So this one was donated back, and it's opening bid 20 as well. So it's acrylic on birch panel again.
My hand, when I put my hand, after I assessed it, when I put my hand in this thing.
Cool.
It's insane. It was bubbling wax.
Ayuko did a beautiful lotus tonight she's working on, but I want to show some of her abstracts.
Do you want to kind of show?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Next week,
That's
next week will be fine, but this is the first theme.
So there was a theme. The first theme was a poem, and how Ayuko, is it okay? I'll kind of say what you were telling people about it. The idea of siblings and the idea of purity of children, like this lotus coming up from the mud and growing into this beautiful flower. And this is so really beautiful. So this is more of the realism that she does. And then so she's saying it'll take probably till next week. And then this week,
Hope you're well. Can I bid $20 on the fishy Rishma?
this week, last week, or
Did you get the bid on the $20 on the fishy?
Not yet. I
Am
will
I
write
bugging
that.
you?
Ayuko did this one, so this is a little bit more for abstract work. And then she's working on this more realism work. So this one is $30 opening bid. And then we'll see next week how this one evolves. That is very beautiful. I will get the bids now. It is so nice to hear the phone dinging.
Here you go. Thank you.
All right, so thank you. Rishma, $20 on the fishy. Thank you. It's so nice to see people that they're watching. It's at 20, Gina. All right. Perfect. So this one is currently at $20 to Rishma.
Yeah, let it dry and then wait a day and then paint over it again.
Oh, do you want one?
Or like do it, like you can leave it just playing too. It looks really cool.
We had
Gina bid 50. That's so nice. Gina bid 50. This is currently at $50. Yeah.
Who did that?
Steven.
He's better than me. Nobody's better than me.
Everyone did
I'm just kidding. I'm
Rich.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Everyone is different. Thank you, Gina.
What? Oh, $50.
Okay, so these are from Kaidi. So Kaidi.
Okay.
This
Just
one
be
and dropped
watching
it off.
elbow swells.
Bunch of kisses, my love. And it says 1,000 kisses for you, my love. Each kiss by me features the chemical compound for love. I didn't even know it existed, but it does.
Oxytocin?
Yeah. I don't know if that's the oxy. It should be, because that is that connection drug.
Yeah.
There's also serotonin and
Love is the connection, the bonding between
Oxy-
oxytocin,
yeah.
serotonin, and dopamine.
yeah,
All
it's,
three
it's the
together makes
connection
love.
of all of them. Yeah. So beautiful. So it's by Kaidi, opening $20 if you want 1,000 kisses on your wall. That's pretty lovely. Lovely. Come on, more.
How much is opening bid?
20.
There's some
Oh,
soda
that
pop
is
for you.
so nice. It's Sody Pop. This was really nice. It was message in a bottle. There's some mermaids, also by Kaidi. Like the glimmer on the water you got there, Kaidi. Very lovely. Acrylic. These are all acrylic on canvas.
Can I take this shirt?
And this one is also by Kaidi, and it's like very beautiful glitteriness. I like sometimes you want to do more to something, but I love this symmetrical, really iconic image. And then the title is "And It Was All Yellow," and then you hear the Coldplay song in your head. Non-stop.
I loved Coldplay. Have you ever been talked out? I'm rarely talked out of anything, especially something I love. And I loved Coldplay. I mean, I liked Coldplay. And then I heard Coldplay described as soft rock, and I was like, ugh, slow motion punch. And I was like, I think I ended up deleting Coldplay that day. I was like, what is it about that term that made me feel?
Have to add any water to it or
These are by Alana. They're really beautiful acrylic pours. They go together very beautifully. Or if you like one, I think this looks like an orchid, and I think this looks like
How's
a
the
sea
sound?
dragon. Seahorse? Butterfly? Opening is $20
Can I
each.
see?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. It's not.
Seahorse. That's totally a seahorse.
It's 1,000% a Phoenix.
Oh, that's nice.
Phoenix.
So these are acrylic
Or
pours.
it's
beautiful
actually
metallics.
Hawaii. It's the Cobra.
Text 403-629-7424 if you'd like to bid.
Can you hold them up on top of each other again? I'm here for some other people.
Here, on top of each other? Like that or the other way?
Perfect.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful, thank you.
They give
Yeah.
permission for other people?
They're just interested in that. Yeah. So these two, just 10. This is cheap.
Very nice. Thank you.
Very thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
Right.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Before you take off, how's you doing? It was like
Oh yeah, there's
it's all good.
God, you don't need to buy your own
Nothing.
piece that you gave to sell
Yeah, okay.
to the
I'm
auction.
not limping anymore, so that like
Okay.
every
Yeah.
once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Thank you.
Scott, you
Good
can just
bacon.
have it back, my dear. You're so kind. Okay.
Are you gonna show all the stuff?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, there's like some pieces.
$20 on my brother's aluminum Seattle. Oh, didn't I have it on that?
No, well, the thing
Maybe,
was.
yeah, it's okay. No,
No.
it's good if he bids on his brothers. It's family.
Okay.
Family.
Okay, that's fair. This one's
What's
really
this?
nice.
Okay. Why did I think this was a good idea? I
It's
was
a nice piece.
no, I'm just trying to think why I painted it. Here's one thing. We kind of calculated about 4 months ago that between my life savings and my wife's life savings and not having to sell my motorcycle and whatever credit we can run up, around 4 months ago, we kind of hit the point. After giving a year's notice, we're like, you know what? If we don't sell anything else, we can cover the rent with our savings and what have you. And so around 4 months, these paintings on the wall, I used to have to do. If I was $1,000 short on rent, I'd pull an all-nighter, and most of the time, Dr. John would just come by, cut us a check, and he had kind of standard prices for standard sizes. So if you liked it, bam, we made rent. If you didn't like it, I'd make another all-nighter. But the pieces that are on the wall right now were the lifesavers on, and probably maybe like 9 months a year, I did an all-nighter, $1,000 painting to keep the gallery open. Around 4 months ago, I kind of calculated like I don't have to do that anymore. I can just paint what I paint, and at the same time, I realized I kind of don't have to impress anybody anymore. And so maybe in the last little bit, my work's been a little less commercial. But I do remember this was at that turning point where it's like I was watching something. This goes back to like that masculine can't cry in public. I was thinking about how I wasn't conditioned as a young person to have very much. I had
Deprivation.
I was touch deprived as a kid. And I was kind of thinking of people that are just really comfortable leaning on each other in an envious manner. And that's what this painting is. And it was also like, we bought a kitchen table. We've been living together for 10 years anyways. And we used to live in a one-room apartment about the size of this room with, on the weekends, just myself and my two sons. And that was 5 years. Then we like really stepped up and got a 2-room apartment with, all of the furniture I built. And then when we decided that we would give a year's notice at Rumble and then start doing an online broadcast, we bought a couch and a table and chairs that we love. And so now, instead of coming here, like working full-time as a teacher, busting here, we often just go home. I have a high-rise, sketchiest building in the city with the best view. And the sunsets that blaze into that building are phenomenal. We didn't see them for the last 12 years because we were here sweeping up after whatever we did the night before. And so I have had a chance in the last few months to just paint whatever my heart and mind, with no sense of appeal.
Yeah.
Just
No.
but just whatever I felt
you
like.
wanted to. I really like that piece a lot.
Yeah, so $5 for this piece of my soul, but that's the opening bit. But this is a turning point, and there was a few paintings that came out around that time where it's like there's just a freedom to not have to worry about my outcomes anymore.
Totally.
Okay, $5.
$5, nice.
So that one
Yeah.
sold.
What's your name?
Oscar.
Oscar, thank you. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Give it back, someone paid 10.
Now there's 20.
Wait, did you mean sold? Talk that out with Oscar.
I'm the worst business person.
People can bid on it. That's okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, $20 to Scott B.
Nice.
There'll be many turning points, my friend.
Yeah.
After we shut this place down, we're gonna create the Isle of
Oh no, Scott said nope, it's sold. I'm slow.
Yeah, that's okay. Sorry for 5.
5? Perfect.
After we shut this place down, we're gonna do
He
a
says
tour.
pays to be in person. Scott, yours.
We're gonna do a 2-hour broadcast where we pick a person, place, or thing that deserves attention. We'll do a 2-hour special where we talk about how we're making the art, how special that person is, how cute you are. Oh my god.
Stop, fans!
She sings at the end. There'll be puppets and videos, and it'll be a little bit like the Muppets meet Bob Ross. At the end of the episode, her mother comes, picks up the piece, we put it in the mail and mail it to them as a surprise. I have sold well over, of my own paintings, well over 2,700 paintings to keep this place open. We don't know exactly, but we're going to make a point of counting it once we close. And I have this blissful sense that in 9 weeks, I will never sell a painting. I might sell paintings again, but I'm not selling a painting for 5 years. I am taking a 5-year break from selling a painting, and my paintings will go to who I want them to for 5 years. We'll have no debt. Son?
This year. I didn't sell my first painting until this year.
Yeah.
It just takes.
Did you feel great? Because the first painting I sold felt great.
It felt good, but it also felt weird because I'm like so used to like just giving them away or like losing them. Because
Yeah.
I'll just go do art in the park and then go have a drink. or two
When
and
I
forget
lose
to
my
paint
painting,
it.
she finds them and sells them. But I'm gonna keep painting, but I'm not selling anymore for a long time.
So
So there's 9 weeks of that left.
this is by Tiana.
She is in Ontario now. Opening $20. I like the solitude of this one. It's very lovely. All right. And Tanner did some great pieces. He came in and thought he had some pieces left here to sell, but they all sold last week, so that was really sweet. Look at this combo pack. If you go like this, it's a beautiful heart in the center. Look how nice. And they're a heart.
Oh, there's hearts both ways.
Yeah.
That's nifty.
That's beautiful. Tanner! So beautiful.
That's awesome.
So
I like art you can turn
and you put up in different
Interactive art.
ways. And really nice wood panels. Yeah. Lovely. So opening bid. Did he give you one? I'll kind of use his regular. It would be like $20 each, maybe 30 for the set. You can't cut them apart. $20. No. Tanner, did you give us a number? He always kind of does an ish number of like between 10 and 30. So how about people, if you would like to bid? I think 20, at least 20 for the set. They're very beautiful. I really like the font. Oh, it's like an S. Yeah, look how beautiful. And the metallic on it. Yeah, I like that it's a heart both ways. That's really lovely. 20? 30? Okay, 30 to Francois.
It's both sides, right, Jessica?
Oh, yeah, so it's a signature.
Oh.
But even the signature is so beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so it's at 30 to Francois. And this one's also by Tanner on canvas, and I wonder, is it still wet a little bit? Paint marker, really like Epic Vortex. So you go just like kind of like your vortex, like the spinning.
It's the top of Saturn.
Yeah, is it that's what you're saying? Oh my gosh!
On
that's-
the top of Saturn, you have like the red circle.
Yeah, you see all of the rings looking down on.
Unless
I
it's
love
the
that.
bottom.
Or looking up.
You know?
Yeah. That's really beautiful. So opening 20 for this one as well.
It's all about the vantage point.
Very lovely. Okay. All right. And this one. These are some, I would say $5. This one was 2019. This is a vintage Doctor. I'm reaching into the archives now, trying to clear some stuff out. $10. Metallics, very cool line work. A piece that you will find infinity things inside. More pieces by Alana, some smaller acrylic pours, $5 each. Really beautiful colors too. And also Christmas is coming, so you think about the people in your lives that you're not sure what to get them. Same thing. This is like beautiful colors that could,
So what if you're an artist?
right? Exactly. And then we have a few by Echo.
The video stopped.
These ones. Uh-oh. Rich Teru, thank you.
Don't give up on us, 'cause it's just the battery. And we're going to be right back. Well, after these messages, we'll be right back.
So thanks, guys. These are both opening
The camera's over here now.
at 15 each.
And then,
Got this beautiful pink and beautiful green and pink. And I just personally think they would go very well together.
isn't that nice?
Very cool texture. This one has a really great crackle. For those people
I
watching.
actually have a cable for this, but I'm just kind of just wanted to use my batteries a bit, which sounds sketchy, but it's not. Not really.
Sounds good.
You don't use them like your muscles, like your mind.
It's
They
gonna
stop
be going.
working.
All right. What about this piece, Rich
What,
Teru?
and what about it? No. This is a funny thing. I have this thing with the kids I teach in art. That the green ends are just a little bit rowdy, and I play this guilt trip on them, where I say like, "Well, listen, guys, it's Friday. If you behave a bit, I get to paint too." And they're like, "Oh, that seems fair." And so, when I if I need the kids to like listen, sometimes I'll pretend I'm grumpy, and they're like, "Oh, dude, he's grumpy," and like I'll let them know when I'm done teaching them what I need to know that I'm not grumpy. But it is a strategy I use sometimes where I'm like, I'll really try to work up like a grumpy face. I don't, just like quiet and stoic, and they're like, "Is he okay?" And then so that painting there was me feeling a little funky and wanting to paint and sort of maximizing that detached. It wasn't even negative. It was more like I kind of felt like my soul was on fire this afternoon, like beaming with brilliance. And I tried to capture that feeling, but I had to sort of like guilt the kids into letting me work. Is that weird? Because actually, I find they learn the most when I leave them alone.
Is this one?
And if I'm working, what?
Oh, nothing.
What's the question?
Oh, can you click it back to there if it's working?
Can I?
Kind of. No, that's not bad. That's really nice.
The answer is unclear.
I think, Rich, if we were able to sit and paint, I think they'd be able to.
When I paint with the kids,
learn a
they
lot from you.
more. And
Yeah.
all I really do is I funnel them the supplies at the right moment. I challenge them to try a few new things. I do my best to not harm them in any way. And then the last thing I do is I insist they sit with their friends and talk, and they talk about what's working in their work. And we very quickly build a culture of celebrating achievements. So and they're so great at picking up on that. Like they notice that somebody's struggling and go, "Hey, that's great. That's a big leap," and hold it up. They're like, "Yeah," and they all cheer. And we have a really,
It's really nice.
yeah.
Bless you.
I teach art maybe more like an AA meeting than anything else.
That's nice.
Really.
We need that. I like these together. Were you kind of doing little vignettes at home?
I think I was watching a movie
Yeah.
and playing, and
That guy's got cute moon boots.
I'm surprised you brought these in. I if anything else, I like this size because I feel like you could make them into postcards, and I think they'd be pretty neat postcards. So I'm
Oh
gonna
my
say
God.
250 opening bid
$250 each.
for both of these.
Oh, for both.
There's also a box of paintings back there.
It's right here.
You got it
I just put it there.
with the
What?
Kate.
This is by Tiana, and she has Saturn in her hair too, and Mars around her head. Opening $10 for this one by Tiana.
Does anybody here need laser lights, like for like shows?
Perhaps. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the story behind this is a young gentleman came in. He had a train accident when he was young, and he will credit the train accident to changing his life for the better. But he came in with no legs on a skateboard
Oh, Eli.
in the beginning.
Yeah.
In the beginning of a snowstorm, and
Yeah.
he had rubber gloves on, like latex, underneath his fingerless gloves, and the ice was sloppy. And I was like, my friend, you know, what are you doing today? And he's like, well, his wheelchair was damaged,
Because people don't, they're
and he was in a condition where
where
he was doing too well to get a free wheelchair, and not well enough to pay for a wheelchair. And my heart was not comfortable with him waiting for us to wait. We were like, okay, we're struggling right now, but we will raise you some money to get your wheelchair fixed. How much do you need? And he kind of gave me a price, and I was kind of weighing it out in my head. Like, I think we were $1,900 short that month. And on top of being $1,900 short that month, he came in and he felt like he might need $500 to get the wheelchair fixed. And I thought maybe I could do something independent of fixing the wheelchair, and just like we get our money through the gallery, and then we would. But it occurred to me it would be weeks before we got the wheelchair replacement, so just transferred him the money. I didn't ask for, and he was kind of like, "Do you want some evidence?" Or like we're like, "No, that's like if here it is, you're entitled to a chair, and you shouldn't have to wait." And it was there was no expectation to get it back.
Yeah.
And he left and went home in the snow with his hands in the snow, and didn't give it too much thought. And a few weeks later, he came back in with $280 change because he found somebody to fix it, and a painting. And he paid us back afterwards, but it was that instead of going out and getting a new chair, he got his old chair repaired. And this painting said damage, and there was so many layers to it, and the canvas had been ripped, and he worked through it and attached to the back, and there was this bleeding heart, and the texture of the paint had reached a point that it felt like skin. And he gifted me this painting to go along with a thank you for fixing the chair. And then I took the painting into school, and I used it as a test for a year to see how open people were. Because if I wasn't sure, if I met somebody and I wasn't sure if they were messing with, like, what do you think of that painting? And if it knocked them like a brick wall, like if I could see that the experience of having a brick wall land on them would have been less intense than what they were feeling. You can see people look, like Francois held up my painting. I was being funny, but then I heard you like make that noise you get when you get punched in the stomach. And I used this painting for a year or two to break through to kids, except for one day when this one kid was at the edge, and I could feel that she was at the edge. I'm like, I have something for you. I didn't tell her a word about it, but I gave her the painting, and completely, like, she fell into it and left with the painting. I'm not saying that painting magically healed her in one moment, but it was a turning point. And so for the cost of not putting interest on a loan, not expecting you even to get it back and getting it back anyways, plus getting the painting, plus being able to like save a kid's life. And I don't want to put that weight on it that I feel sometimes art can save lives. And so he came in tonight and he wanted to donate some lasers to us in gratitude for the chair. It's like, oh man, like, your debt is paid 10 times over, and I feel like I still owe you. And
He's
also,
so solid.
What?
He's just really solid, dude.
Yeah, and so I told him we're closing, and he seemed like sad that we didn't need them, but like, let me know if you need them. And I live in a high rise, so I'll fling laser lights all over the city if I can. And I
Don't
did.
even give him a laser pen. Like,
Uh,
it's like
Don't
No, don't put it on live. No, it's
Yeah.
fine.
How big is this thing?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can text him
leave your
and
number
get some
and-
pictures.
yeah.
So this is called surf and tofu, which I think is just always a nice thing to have in your life.
I got the best seat in the house.
Surf and tofu.
I just passed out and then woke up
Surf
again.
and tofu. And I showed some jellies. These are all $5. $5 jellies.
Am I in the way?
No, you're perfect.
Thanks.
You are the way.
I am the way.
That wasn't my line. He's clever. He says it. These are cute jellies. $5.
Wanna know how clever I
each.
am? Because I also sometimes teach kids that like they're in art because I'll take any kid in my class for options. They don't have to have any prerequisites or skill or patience or behavior skills or whatever. And like for instance, band class, there's a cap. Like if you're not on point, you're not in the band class. So I often call my class the hooligans or sometimes the sweat hogs. And so there's a wildness to the kids in my class, but also every now and then I'll get this random kid that doesn't like art, needed an option. Like my dad's an engineer and he says I'm allowed to fail art. I'm like, okay, let's take a different angle. And then I used to have a picture of my wife my wife and I getting married on the back of my phone. I go, this is my wife. And they go, yeah. I'm like, no, look at my face. They're like, oh, I need to know how to do art. I'm like, I write her a poem and I paint her a painting every day. And otherwise, that's how I balance out the universe. And I also tell them that I'll teach them to draw, and at some point in their life, they'll forget an anniversary, and on the way home, they'll just get out of the car and start sketching and bring something lovely home.
I just saw Simone had asked about the story behind the island. The beach painting? I don't know the story.
Can I see that? Whose is it?
Kaidi? There's mermaids in a
This
bottle.
would be really handy for the Isle of Rue.
There's mermaids in a bottle. Yeah, it's pretty good.
We need mermaids on the Isle of Rue.
We do need mermaids.
You're not that person. You never made yourself a mermaid tail.
No, I never did actually.
It's funny, you know.
I'm the
funny
kind of
about that?
person to make myself a goat puppet, not a
You know what's funny about you not having a mermaid tail is you totally have the ability to make an awesome mermaid tail.
Yeah.
But I think having a mermaid tail would be too common for you, too mainstream.
Yeah, I like goats. Okay. Like, should I just keep showing work?
Sure,
Just-
I'm having a nice time.
Okay.
Francois, do you want to bid on Mickey? It's made out of the Blues Fest stage.
Huh.
The Blues Fest gave us the opening bid's $1.
Well, Monica might want it.
It glows in the dark.
Like, we're very serious. That would look great somewhere.
Yeah, it's outdoor proof too. You could just put it. You could just nail it to your fence.
Well, the college kid does bring friends over.
It would be so epic.
Monica will probably give $100 for that.
Well, opening bid's $1.
Oh,
What do I got?
Scott bid 200 for Mickey.
I haven't sold a painting in a while, so I'm pretty excited.
I'll see if Monica wants to pay over 2 then. I'll ask her
Okay.
that.
Make sure she knows it glows in the dark twice. It glows under blacklight and it's covered with my poems. And then actual darkness, it glows.
This is something you made.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is fine. Can you choose?
Out of the stage of after we go to the Blues Fest every year. And some years they drop off a bunch of pop cans. And actually one year they're like, can you pick up some pop cans? I'm like, sure. I go over there. They have like a U-Haul load of pop cans. I'm like, what the hell? But I said I'd pick them up. Because we often we do 2 meals a year, Christmas and New Year's. And then we also go on like walks where we feed people. So the first year they gave us food that we were able to give to
Yes.
So you've been working your way through 8,000 cans of pop.
No, it didn't take long at all because what I didn't realize is when people are really hungry, they can really use that sugar. And I thought I wanted to be handing out carrots on the street, but we do pop walks.
That's crazy.
And so we would be, and then actually, so I got
It's a picture.
what we ended up with was zero sugar
It's a picture.
Yeah,
pops,
yeah.
which doesn't help people when
It's
they're
still a crazy
struggling.
photo. Like, what the heck?
Maybe the taste makes
Looks
them
like
happy,
there's a little
but
bird in the bottom
a
corner.
can of Coke can really help somebody that's at a very, very low point in terms of like struggling. And so it's weirder than you think. Maybe it isn't. We have a family set of gorilla suits that came from being part of Gorilla House, and so we dress up as gorillas. Jess's gorilla is like pure white. My gorilla is called the Old Elder, and he's much hairier and shaggier. And Felix has two different sized gorilla suits because he's kind of between
He's
Oliver's
growing.
suit and
the little
Felix's suit.
the little monkey's growing.
And then Oliver has a yellow suit that he hasn't worn yet. But we have a family set of gorilla suits.
So, like, people put on new pajamas every Christmas morning. You
Oh
guys
my
buy new
God.
gorilla suits?
Simone just paid $300 for Mickey.
Oh my
Mickey's the 300.
Did I forget to put
him
Mickey
in
in
the-
the auction? Because I feel like
I feel like you have, but maybe people didn't know
I've
that
been
they could
showing
start
them. They
bidding
didn't
it.
realize he's for sale
Mhm.
because I am.
Lovely photo by Dimitri is opening at $40.
So, and what happened was Kevin took me and the art kids and the band to Disneyland on a trip last year, school trip. So for a year, my 11-year-old would wake up and like, Dad,
See it okay?
The what?
you got a lot of nerve going to
For my
Disney
neighbor,
without
I
me.
can show you this.
And so I didn't like to go back to
I like
Disney.
that.
And so we decided to plan a second trip where we took Kevin to Disneyland with us. He's the band teacher, but he's got this heart machine that I have to be able to fix in 10 minutes or he dies. And I just said to him, hey, man, like, if since you can't travel on your own, if I take Felix to Disneyland, you because he planned such epic trips. So me and Jess and the band teacher and Felix went to Disneyland together. And I had this, so the Blues Fest gave us cans one year. We'd hand them out. One year they gave us their stage. So they had the stage in pieces. That was an 8-foot by 4-foot, 3/4 inch plywood, and there was like I don't know, there was like 50 sheets. So like there was like this much.
They gave it to you?
Like
It
we
was
help
their
them
old
clean
stage.
out, right? Like if they have things that are
That's a
reusable,
lot of money in wood.
Scott bid $369 for Mickey.
dirty, yeah, I love it. And so a lot of the other pieces ended up in a set for a movie. That's another funny story, and I'm going to tell that later. But a set for a movie with Brian Austin Green needed this nice back alley in Leduc to look like it was spray painted, and so I got hired to do like some random graffiti pieces that could go in the alley, and I think I made like 60 square feet for like graffiti out of all the boards, and then found out our friend that hired me to do it had like a $400 budget because I just do stuff, and he's like, "Oh, you made a lot more than I expected." And so Brian Austin Green got the other pieces, and we chopped them up and made them into things. I didn't need to buy materials for a while, and this was the last piece. And so right before we went to Disneyland, which isn't something I thought was for me, I was like, "Nah, like I'm cool. I'm gonna go to like art galleries and stuff." But I gotta tell you, like we went to Disneyland, and it was. I think it's because it's so intentionally sweet. And I've heard things like, oh, yeah, there's monsters and vampires there at night. I don't know if that's true. I know that they had some strike with not paying their performers enough, and I think those business practices are important. But, I mean, a lot of my teaching philosophy comes from Walt Disney's Plan for Disney World, and it's you might not have caused the problem, but it's your responsibility to fix it. And I think once you wrap your head around, and that's how we run the Rumble House too, is like, if there's a problem, it doesn't matter. We're just going to fix it, right? Like the chip.
Yeah.
I told that story because I needed to find a home for the laser lights.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter why or how I got that. And this has saved me from getting stabbed a number of times, right? This wasn't even Rumble House related, but probably came from having dealt with problems at the Rumble House. Jess, myself, Felix, and her mom are bike riding from Hawkwood to downtown. And there's a stretch kind of over by the trains behind the back that's kind of open half the year, a very untraveled path. And we were riding, Felix and I were out front, and there's this guy. He had no pants on, but he must have had something like you know that bad dream you have where you just have a t-shirt and no pants. He was wearing like cowboy boots, no pants, and a long t-shirt. Felix called him the Metal Man because he was sweaty from head to toe, and his eyes were bulging, and he was just pure chaos, walking around the path, and we ride by,
400 for Mikita Simone.
and I can't use the right words, but he's like, you effing piece of shit, effing screaming, and then he screamed at Felix. I'm like, I'm gonna kill that guy. And then I thought, well, I do need to get Jess and her mom past. And then he screamed at us that we were in wheelchairs and that when we look stupid in those wheelchairs. I'm like, this is a bicycle, man. And then this guy in a wheelchair came whipping by on like one of these.
Encumbered?
Yeah, and so he yelled about the no, it wasn't a recumber. It was a guy with, like a arm-powered bicycle. And when I saw that he was attacking people that were disabled, I was like, oh, I think I'm going to go back. And then I just kept thinking, no, like today we're not at the Rumble. And I wasn't angry. I was just like, somebody needs to settle this guy. And then this really sweet Asian couple was walking down the path towards him. And like tiny, old, tiny people. And they looked so sweet, so kind. And I was like, there's nowhere off this path. In 10 minutes, they're going to run into Captain Chaos. And I'm like, so I told Jess and Felix and her mom, I said, listen, I got to go back and just kind of talk that guy off the edge so that it doesn't hurt anybody. And Jess is like, I'm like, look, please just, you got one job. Take Felix and I'll meet you at home in a bit. And so I ride back. I have a photo of this guy, by the way. I ride back and I'm kind of like rolling through my head, like, what do I say? Like, what's the process? And I have a process. And I remember thinking, like, I get so many chances to do this before I get stabbed, but I did need to de-escalate him before he ran into this sweet little couple. And I rolled back up to him, and I got off my bike, and I'm like, hey. And he's like, I was like, just, what do you need? He's like, well, I need my poppers back. And I was like, I don't have any poppers. I don't know what poppers are. I do, but I pretend
Jalapeno poppers?
Let's hope.
I love
and like I said,
jalapeno
he's really at his wit's end, and he's not in his right mind. I'm like, tell me what you need to calm down right now. I pulled out my wallet. I'm like, I got $5 and a bus ticket. He's like, I'm just going to the Stampede. I was like, okay, well, this is a crisis situation because he wasn't wearing socks, wasn't wearing pants, and he was wearing cowboy boots. I'm like, you're gonna lose your feet if you try and walk from here to the Stampede. But I can give you this bus ticket, and then I'll tell you where the train is. Because if you go like another 100, if you go up to those trees down there, there's a spot where you hang a left, and you'll get up towards it would have been Shaganappi Station.
Yeah.
And so he kind of calms down, and then at the other end, Felix is like, I'm going to go help Dad, and he's like 9 at what was he, like 7 at the time. And he's like, and so they're trying to get, if you're like, my dad's in trouble, I'm going to go. He's like this tiny little kid. He's coming to back me up. And
Heart of gold.
and so I told this guy, like, I'm just talking to him. All of a sudden he starts telling me about his childhood, right? Because now he's jogging along next to me. Oh, that's what happened. I realized that Jess would be worried about me. And I needed to walk him part way back to the part where he turned, so he didn't miss the turnoff. And so I said, okay, I'm going to be longer than I thought. So I got to take a picture of you so that I can tell my wife I'm okay. So he's got this beaming smile now, and because I gave him a bus ticket and $5, and somebody needed to love him. And I'm like, so we took a selfie, and then, okay, Kia, see ya. I'll go and wave where it's time for you to turn. And it's like, okay, see ya. And then he's like jogging along the side of me, telling me about his childhood. I was like, okay, see ya. I got to get back to my family. He's like, and so it happened several times. So just couldn't tell if he was chasing me.
It's not funny. I thought you could have been dead.
because from like a kilometer away, they can see me. And I'm going
It just
like
jogged.
so slow. And this guy that scared them so bad, chasing me a cowboy boots.
But like smiling.
No, you couldn't see me. She thought I might be in danger, but why is he moving so slow? And I just needed to get him to the turnoff. And he's like a lifelong friend now.
I love you.
But that's the question that solves all the problems. Doesn't matter how mad somebody is. If you get them to hear you, what do you need? And if that doesn't work, we used to keep cans of Alphagetti in the front, and we had a can opener from our wedding, and so we would. There's these like guys fighting on the corner, and they're like punching each other, and they're trying to kill each other. And I walk out, I'm like, "Hey!" They're like, "What?" I'm like, "I got Alphagetti." They're like, "Oh, I'd have some Alphagetti." I'm like, "Come on!" And I give them the Alphagetti, and they're like sitting together eating Alphagetti. I'm like, "What were you guys fighting about?" Well, I'm just hungry.
Honestly, I feel like that. It's okay.
Alphagetti or what do you need? Those are this. I have a couple bus tickets.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find a piece. Simone was asking about an island piece.
Oh, the island with the mermaids.
No, but it's not that one. It was several ago, she said.
Is there sun?
She did
Instead of an
bid
island in the sun?
$400 for Mickey. So it's currently at $400.
I'm a real artist again. We weren't going to make rent, but we might now.
Well, we'll be closer anyways. That's very nice.
I won't have to sell the motorcycle.
Very grateful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we get a bid on my soul bursting picture?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's beautiful. I actually, if no one bids for it, can I bid on it? $50. I guess I
Can
have
you
to
guys
put money
fog
in
out your eyes? Like, can you do that thing where you fog out your eyes? There's like a
like
blind
go
spot
out of
around here.
focus.
Or like you can stare at things and things will disappear. Can you do that?
Yeah.
This was me fogging out my eyes, and I painted it from back to front. So I painted in these colors, and I brought some resolution forward as I painted it. And this is actually a bit like a test where the kids were coming. I didn't think it was that good, but the kids were like, "Whoa, that's good." And
That's cool.
I thought,
Actually,
yeah,
I was gonna say sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
you
In-
don't have to
in
worry about
ACAD?
cutting me off.
I remember
I think that's your job title here.
when one thing they did that was really cool but really frustrating, so I like hesitate doing it, is they had the projector up on the screen and they said, "Kate, draw what you see," and then with charcoal and eraser,
Yeah.
and then they slowly brought the image into focus,
Yeah.
and then you had to erase and kind of keep carving. I was like, that's actually a really good way to do it.
Was that
'Cause
one
then
of your assignments?
Yeah. They
Oh,
had it was really good actually, because then
Yeah.
you can't go to the detail. You're just
Right.
seeing the blurs.
I just feel like when it's that assignment that I did in school that I
Yeah.
didn't like, I just avoid it.
I know, and I haven't done it, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I wonder if
Like-
that would be cool to try out.
Like
When the
in
paint-
my high school, if they wanted to wreck a record, they'd be like, "We're gonna do it," and then you come in and they had like vintage like mono, and they put like a record on. You're supposed to draw what you feel, and you need to be like in the mood for that.
Shostakovich. I put on Shostakovich for that,
Yeah.
and then everyone's like, "It's really sad." I'm like, "Yeah, it's Russian," and it was like a really sad moment.
Does
in
anybody
history.
here know Wilson Pickett? So I love Wilson Pickett, and I wouldn't normally buy a best of, but Jess and I were listening to Wilson Pickett, and we just got a best of on our phones. And if she buys a record, it's on my phone. And I put Wilson Pickett in this morning, and it was just some really, really just thumping, heavy driving Wilson Pickett. And so this is the promise I made my high school kids at the beginning of class today. I'm like, "You guys want to up a level?" They're like, "What?" I'm like, "You guys want to be cooler than you are?" And they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Do you want to be cool?" They're like, how? I'm like, "I'm going to do something that take 2 minutes and you'll be a cooler person for the rest of your life." They're like, "Shut up." I'm like, I know I've baited them that no matter what I do, it won't be cool. And I plugged in my boombox and I started cranking Wilson Pickett, and it was just so funky that they couldn't stop moving their elbows. And I was like, "That's it. You're cool now. It's with you forever." And like, they're like, "We wanted you to be wrong, but you were so right in this moment."
This is also by
Can I
Kylie.
hold it?
It's opening bid $40. Yes, $40. Okay, I think we're getting close. Are we getting close? I don't know if I can do.
Let's try it. You need to listen to it. I'll entertain the people. I'll sell a few things.
Oh, Simone did 40 on the cutting board by Kylie.
Woo! That is a cutting edge piece, my friend. It is the future.
You have a good night, guys.
Take care. It's really nice seeing you. Bye.
Do you have the thing off the wall?
Yeah, I
Okay.
okay. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Hey, are you leaving sometime soon?
What to do?
You're not moving anywhere? Or
Not sure, but no, I don't have any plan.
Okay.
But when I decide to move, I usually do it in 2 weeks. So
yeah, I'm like that too. If I'm going on a holiday other than Disney, it's the only time. That's actually why we took Kevin to Disney. Because if I'm going on a holiday, it's like, you want to go somewhere? And she's like, yeah, sure, let's go somewhere. And we'll literally just go. See you guys later.
Bye. Take care, guys.
Are you singing?
Sorry. Tan, I got the necklace. I'm so thankful.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so now focus. This might be like a
Do you need to listen to it, or
I don't know. I just like
do you know the song at all?
I don't think I do. Like I know that part, that one line.
Okay.
I don't know if I could do that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, this is like,
Maybe I have to try it.
want to try
Like-
karaoke?
No, that is not. No.
That might get you through it though. Try it.
Rich,
Okay, don't try
I'm
it.
tired.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
tired.
Okay.
Um,
Something Muppety?
Oh yes, always a good Muppety ending.
Okay.
Gonzo or Kirby?
I think I'd like to go back there someday. If it's up to me.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
What?
could you sing some Wilson Pickett?
Okay, hold on.
Would you? I think that was in your repertoire.
Hold on.
Repertoire.
Wait.
Take your time. Like, there's no limit. We don't even have a closing time. Close when we feel like it.
Sorry, I'm trying to find them.
There's no rush.
Oh, it's on the album. I could just look on the album.
You looking for a name?
Yeah,
Are you surprising me?
I found it.
Oh, I know what you're gonna play.
No, I don't think you do.
Oh, no, I don't. 99.
I was gonna do that one.
Can you sing? I'm
Oh,
a
there's
man
a-
and a half.
Whole bunch of Hold on.
Oh, how about Hey Joe?
Mini Skirt Mini was super cute.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know that one.
I'm really sorry. You said you were gonna entertain people.
I am. I'm funny. It's just so low key. It could take you years to catch on, and years from now, you will just find yourself giggling for no reason. That's how low key my humor is. In fact, it's a sign of intelligence. To the longer it takes to appreciate my humor, the smarter you are.
To the slow burn.
Yeah, exactly.
Slow.
So, in fact, the more you think I'm not funny, the harder you will laugh, and the more less likely you will be to remember why you were laughing.
Okay,
It's the
Rich.
genius of my humor.
You're confusing me.
You wouldn't believe this, but I've heard that before. I confuse many people, mostly my students actually, and then they sort of realize that there's no purpose to things I say. I'm just making noise with my
You
face.
lost me a long time ago.
What do you got there?
Honestly, my brain is. Yeah. I'm gonna do this one.
Hey, want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
This is your ninth last Rumble House song.
Oh, now you're like,
Putting pressure on?
yeah. I was singing a song at the door when we were leaving. I can't remember it.
Are you down for Sesame Street?
No, I was gonna do the
Sesame
Muppets.
Street?
We'll do it.
Yeah, let's do Sesame Street.
Tra-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la,
Stop.
tra-la-la-la-la.
What was the other one you said? I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Are you using the mic to sing?
I was going to. I need to type with both hands.
Okay. That would be a generational thing.
This is too big. The phone is too big for my hand.
I think it's because you used to text on a flip phone.
Okay, maybe.
I kind of miss that.
The 3 letters,
T9?
and you had T9.
What's it called again?
P9 when you like.
You have to
4
click
buttons,
3,
and
yeah.
or 3 buttons.
Okay, here.
This looks familiar, vaguely familiar, almost unreal yet. It's too soon to feel yet, close to my soul, and yet so far away. I'm going to go back there someday. Sun rises, night falls, sometimes the sky calls. Is that a song there? And do I belong there? I've never been there, but I know the way. I'm going to go back there someday. Come and go with me, it's more fun to share. We'll both be completely at home in midair. We're flying, not walking, on featherless wings. We can hold on to love like invisible strings. There's not a word yet for old friends who've just met, part heaven, part space, or have I found my place? You can just visit, but I plan to stay. I'm going to go back there someday. Thank you to Gonzo for that timeless classic.
That was my favorite version of you ever sing. That might have been like one of my favorite moments of you singing in the last 600 nights that you sang to us.
Oh, that's very lovely. Thank you, everybody, so much. And if you got pieces, we're going to be clearing everything up. And if you, thank you so much. And if
Hey, give your
you,
number in case we get
Oh,
one.
yes.
Yeah.
here, do you want to write it on this book here? And then, yeah, thank you. And I have
You guys are. I just like. You guys are open every Wednesday
Every Wednesday for 9 more Wednesdays.
for 9 more Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Cool. This was enjoyable.
Jess, last week when you sang
Cheers.
Case You, what was the connection to that? That's one of my favorites.
What was it?
What,
Joni Mitchell.
oh, I love her so much. Yeah.
With that, like, can you just tell me a
but-
little bit why you chose that and
Oh yeah,
the
for
connection
sure.
to Joni and all that stuff?
So I painted a painting. I am painting a painting of like the lyrics of that song, kind of. But I feel like the words lately have been really like hard hitting. So when she says that she's friends with people who like toy with the devil, but she's afraid of him, and like the idea of like there's that, I don't know, that song is like come into my life a lot, and I feel like also the idea of like being sober, and then the idea of like being like drunk on love and drunk on like everything else real now. Like there's so many things I've been thinking about that song.
Do you remember
Lately?
When you first heard it, were you stunned?
Yeah, like that one sticks out to me. Other ones I had to like listen to multiple times to kind of like hear it.
Grow the.
Yeah, the ear, but that one always like that one stood out to me. That one is
You sang it wonderfully last week, man.
Thank you so much. That's very kind.
We reached a point where Gorilla House was thriving. This is 11 years ago. No, 10 and a half years ago. And we got shafted by the